Between the 1940s and the 1970s, American daily life produced a set of sounds that no longer exist. Not rare sounds, common ones. Sounds that marked time, announced arrivals, confirmed transactions, and ended the day. Each has a documented history. Most vanished within a single generation. Number 10. The party line ring pattern. In 1950, 75% of all residential bell system customers shared a telephone line with at least one other household. In rural areas, a single line sometimes served 10 families at once. Each household had its own ring code: one long, two short, short, long short, and when any call came in, every phone on the line rang the pattern. Picking up the handset while a neighbor was already speaking produced no dial tone, only their conversation. Barn fires were documented in which neighbors refused to hang up long enough for an emergency call to reach the fire department. By 1965, only 27% of bell system customers still used party lines. The last major documented conversion in the United States, in Talcott, West Virginia, replaced the party line with individual service in 1989. Number 9. The television station sign-off. Through most of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, television stations did not broadcast around the clock. The broadcast day ended near midnight. At the close of programming, an announcer thanked viewers, a patriotic montage aired, military imagery, national monuments, and the national anthem played over footage of the flag. When the anthem ended, the screen dissolved into static white noise, or held a color bar test pattern with an unbroken tone until morning. NBC's late-night program Tomorrow, which premiered in 1973, began pushing affiliate schedules past midnight. ESPN launched continuous 24-hour broadcasting in 1979. After the FCC deregulated advertising time limits in 1984, infomercials filled the overnight hours commercially. By the end of the 1980s, the sign-off was gone from most major affiliates. Number 8. The mechanical cash register. James Ritty, a saloon owner in Dayton, Ohio, patented the first cash register in 1879 to stop employees from pocketing money. The bell was intentional. It rang on every transaction so the owner could hear the drawer open from across the room, and customers could confirm each sale by sound. Transparency was built into the mechanism from the beginning. John H. Patterson purchased the company in 1884 for $6,500 and renamed it the National Cash Register Company. By the First World War, 1.5 million registers had been sold in the United States. Electronic registers entered retail in the 1960s. By the early 1970s, NCR had introduced the first register integrated into a store's full computer system. By the mid-1980s, registers were networked and reporting data electronically. The mechanical bell was gone from American retail before that decade ended. Number 7. The manual typewriter. Each keystroke on a manual typewriter drove a type bar against a cloth ribbon and the paper behind it, a sharp mechanical clack. At the end of every line, a small bell rang as the carriage neared the right margin, and the typist swept the carriage back to the left. Those three sounds, clack, ding, sweep, were the rhythm of American office work from the 1880s through the 1970s. The IMS Electric, introduced in 1961, replaced individual type bars with a rotating type ball and captured 75% of the electric typewriter market. By its 25th anniversary in 1986, more than 13 million Selectrics had been sold. WordStar and WordPerfect arrived on personal computers in 1982. IM sold its typewriter division to the newly formed Lexmark in 1991. The carriage bell, which had marked the end of every written line for nearly a century, had no equivalent in the new systems and did not transfer. Number 6. The drive-in movie window speaker. Richard Hollingshead Jr. registered a patent for a drive-in theater in 1933, and the first commercial drive-in opened June 6th of that year outside Camden, New Jersey. Early venues broadcast audio through 3 central speakers mounted beside the screen. Sound was distorted, back rows often couldn't hear, and neighboring properties complained. Orsia introduced the individual in-car window speaker in 1946. A small metal box hung from the driver's side window, connected by wire to a post-mounted amplifier. It crackled, and the volume was uneven, and speakers were pulled from their posts by departing cars in numbers that constituted a documented operational loss at venues nationwide. By the late 1950s, more than 4,000 drive-ins were operating, roughly 25% of all American movie screens. By 1985, 70% of surviving drive-ins had switched to FM radio audio. The window speaker disappeared with the transition. Number 5. The Good Humor Truck Bell. In 1920, Harry Burt of Youngstown, Ohio, developed a chocolate-coated ice cream bar on a stick and purchased 12 refrigerated Ford trucks to sell it. The bells he mounted above the windshields came from his son's bobsled. Drivers wore all-white uniforms with a coin changer belt and trained for 3 days before going out en route. By the mid-1950s, Good Humor operated approximately 2,000 trucks, which accounted for 90% of the company's total sales. In 1975, New York City charged Good Humor with hundreds of counts of falsifying food safety records. Authorities alleged that approximately 10% of Good Humor products sold between 1972 and 1975 had been contaminated. The resulting fines, combined with the 1970s fuel crisis, ended the company's truck operations. The brass bobsled bell has not been in commercial service since. Number 4. The Evening Paperboy. The neighborhood paperboy, as a standardized institution, was built during the Great Depression, when the International Circulation Managers Association organized a national system of youth-operated suburban delivery routes. Middle-class teenagers sold subscriptions, maintained fixed routes, and collected payments door to door. The afternoon edition made the job compatible with school. Papers arrived by mid-afternoon, and a route could be finished by bicycle before dinner. Between 1980 and 1990, adult carriers increased by 112%, while youth carriers dropped by 60%. The afternoon newspaper, the paperboy's primary domain, was folding across American cities as evening television news captured the audience that had once read the 4 o'clock edition. Morning delivery, requiring a pre-dawn start, was incompatible with school-age labor. By 2000, morning papers outnumbered afternoon papers in the United States for the first time. Number 3. The Rotary dial click. The rotary telephone dial works through a spring-loaded mechanism that returns to its resting position at a fixed rate after each number, interrupting the telephone line's electrical current once per pulse per digit. Dialing a 9 took nearly 9 seconds. A standard 7-digit number required between 30 and 45 seconds to complete. The Bell Model 500 telephone, designed by Henry Dreyfuss and manufactured from 1949 through AT&T's divestiture in 1984, was the standard American home phone. more than 93 million units were produced. Touch-tone service was first offered commercially on November 18, 1963, in Carnegie and Greensburg, Pennsylvania, at a surcharge of $1.50 per month. Rotary phones remained common through the 70s. As automated phone systems requiring dual-tone multi-frequency signals became standard in the 1980s, the rotary dial, which generated pulses, not tones, could no longer interact with the network it was built for. Number 2. The telephone operator. Before the rotary dial, placing a telephone call required speaking to a human being. The subscriber lifted the receiver, waited for an operator at a central switchboard to answer, and stated the number they wished to reach. Long-distance calls moved through multiple operators in sequence. The Bell system began replacing manual exchanges with automatic dial service in 1919. Slowly enough that Bell produced short films shown in movie theaters to teach subscribers how to use the new rotary dial. In rural areas and small towns, the operator recognized voices, knew the local exchange by memory, and sometimes knew what time of day both parties were typically available. Direct distance dialing became widely available in the 1950s. That daily transaction, asking a person to connect you, had been gone from most American households long before automated systems finished replacing it. Number 1. Glass milk bottles on porch steps. The first glass milk bottle was patented in 1878. Henry Thatcher's cap design, developed in 1884, became the industry standard. Each bottle made an average of 22.5 round trips between dairy and doorstep before it was broken or lost. Some homes were built with milk doors, insulated compartments cut into exterior walls, so delivery could be completed before sunrise and the cold preserved until morning. The sound was specific: glass against wood or stone in the dark, moving down a street of identical front steps. The milkman took empty bottles, left full ones, and collected whatever payment had been set out. He adjusted each order based on handwritten notes left by the family. In the 1940s and early 1950s, home delivery accounted for more than 30% of all milk sold in the United States. By the mid-1970s, that figure had dropped to approximately 7%. By the 1990s, less than 1%. Wax cartons replaced glass in the 1950s. Plastic jugs followed. In thousands of older American homes, the milk door is still there in the exterior wall, painted over, sealed, unnoticed. It marks the place where for roughly 70 years, the sound arrived before anyone was awake and moved on to the next house down the street. None of these sounds disappeared because they were inadequate. Each was replaced by something cheaper, faster, or more scalable, rational on its own terms. What accumulated across all 10 was the gradual removal of acoustic confirmation from daily life, the audible evidence that a transaction had occurred, that someone had arrived, that the day had a defined beginning and end. When quieter systems absorbed those functions, the sounds went with them, leaving the day measurably different in ways that were never announced and rarely named.